Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Skyforge. Let's go talk with Asterius to learn about the Guardians.
Hail and well met, friend. Been a while since you honored these walls with the cheer that comes with your presence. Tell me, what brings you here on this fine, wonderful day? Oh, well now, I see it's time for you to hear this winding tale full of mystery and speculation. You already know that invasions on the jewel that is Aelion have been happening again and again since the earliest twinkling of time. The great god Eli was able to fight them off for many years, and the planet was indeed safe. But then one day, Eli vanished. Yes, dark times followed his disappearance. The gods warred with one another, and then another invasion befell the planet. Who knows what would have become of this world if it weren't for luminaries, powerful spirits that came to our aid. Have some respect for the storyteller. That was the first occasion when the gods became the Guardians. They came into great powers, albeit short-lived. But that thankfully proved enough to defeat the strongest enemy that Aelion had ever faced in its history. Even I, myself, do not have a complete knowledge of their origin, although I can make a sound guess or two. But we can continue our discussion about this and everything else related to the Guardians' history at a later time, if that's all right, when you get more knowledgeable.
Alright, now we know the basics of the Guardians, and completed the Way Home quest. But let's go upload the information on the Guardians to Alinet.
So I saw your message. Shame Asterius didn't say anything useful. However, I did remember something. Tiberius once told me about Ardos Monastery. It's an archive with all the names of the Guardians. We should check it. Perhaps Laertes' name is in there.
Yep, we'll have to visit Ardos Monastery as well. But we'll be going at a later date. We really need to talk with Herita first.
I wanted to talk to you. The stories of your deeds are being spoken of both far and wide. You are filling many hearts with joy. People believe in you and they are willing to follow you. You're gaining more followers all the time. Right now, the most loyal of them are in the Hall of Greatness. They humbly await you. Now hurry.
Priya from the Aelion Herald, pleased to meet you. Do you have a moment to talk? I'm writing articles on a string of disappearances that happened recently. I could use your help. I'm sure you already know that not all refugees make it to safety in one piece. Sad but true. Agreed, but in an extraordinary coincidence, the people who are disappearing are usually the same people that have been entrusted to the care of a certain immortal named Marid. His reports about the attacks are extremely vague, and he's very flippant whenever I try to talk to him. You'd better see for yourself. Go to the Naori port and ask Marid about Flight Z4.
Anyways, we're at the Hall of Greatness, and here, once we talk to one of the priests, we're going to be unlocking one of the most important systems to character progression, the Order system.
It's good to finally meet you. In this hall, mortals praise their gods, showing their reverence, giving their gods their humble respect and gratitude. And now, you finally have an honorable place here. That's why, in recognition of all your achievements, we have raised this statue. All of this, right here, right now, is a new milestone for you. You are now the leader of an order. Your most dedicated supporters, they are ready to serve you and spread the word of your deeds all around the world. Accept these well-deserved honors. After that, we will have a talk, and I will be happy to explain to you how to best manage your order.
We have gathered here to honor one who we owe our lives to. The one who gave us hope. The one who encouraged us to believe that the day will come when the skies of Aelion will be clear of the invading swarms that seek to destroy us. Your way is our way. Accept our humble gift. Allow us to become a part of your history.
Hooray for the protectors of Alliod! We believe in you. Always be strong and courageous. Long live Alliod!
May the heavens smile upon you.
Thank you for everything,
Hooray for the protectors
Alliod.
of Alliod!
Well, that was a nice honor, but that statue only partly matches how I look. But yeah, now we finally have a statue dedicated to us thanks to completing all those quests and saving all those people. It's a nice amount of recognition. Although, as long as the game clears by or stays online, the skies of Aelion will not be will not be clear anyway of any invaders. Now I just need to find my statue, which I had some trouble finding. Unfortunately, it's the one that's glowing, and then polish it basically, or interact with it. But yeah, there are the statues of the other players as well. That one's mine. Quite nice looking, but I'm not really a mage class, so the robe isn't really that fitting. And right next to it is the offerings box, where you can get daily offerings from the followers. The higher level the order, the more you get. We got 16 new followers who joined the order, and we're going to be going to the first adept class, which will guide us in how to manage our order.
I will tell you about your order. This information will be very helpful. Your order is made up of your loyal followers. The most dedicated and most gifted of them. The ones who devote their very lives to serving you. Those followers are called adepts. With the help of your adepts, you can increase the number of followers in your order, and thus become more powerful. You need to take very good care of your adepts, because they will be the hands that will carry out your will in various parts of Aelion. Make sure you don't forget to give them assignments. Assignments make your adepts stronger.
Okay, now we'll be organizing the order. So first, let's open up the Orders tab. But before that, we need to recruit our first adept, so we need to go to our statue and recruit one of them. Recruit one of the followers standing there. Once you move your mouse over it, you should be able to see their stats. If I remember where it was. I was kind of fumbling around here. There we go. Asteas will be our first a follower, a Templar basically. Just like our immortal characters, each of the followers has a different class which has different specialties. Currently I have a level 1 order and 1 adept. So the next option would be to send our adept on a mission. So first, open up the Adepts tab, go to the Missions tab, and click on one of them. Here I'll start up with the strategic supplies and send off Estea on this mission. 100% chance of success and efficiency. For later missions, or most other missions, you can actually pay to speed it up by using the credits, but as I repeatedly said before, be careful not to accelerate your growth too much, otherwise you may have too much prestige and you don't have enough sparks and equipment to keep up, and basically you'll have to go to much tougher missions which you're under-geared for. It's preferred to keep it at about the same rate or in the reverse. So just wait a few seconds and it should be done. For this part, I'll be showing off a bit more of how to manage the adept screen and whatnot, but in later parts I'll mostly keep it in the background. And yeah, each adept, in addition to having classes, have certain bonuses, like rewards earned, items earned, or time takes, either in the positive or negative side. And completing each of these missions returns a certain reward, like this one will return about 50 supplies. Once they're done, go to the mission screen, click on the successful mission, press accept, you should get the reward. We have another mission of saving refugees, so let's go on with that. And for successfully completing each mission, your adepts on that mission will gain experience. And with enough experience, they can level up, which boosts their statistics and whatnot. And for some reason here, there's no audio, even though there's dialogue. So yeah, I'll speak over that. Like he said, next to our statue is basically a donation box where you can get all the items from your followers from every day. But the amount you get is dependent on your order's level. But make sure to do it every day, as it's quite useful and speeding up the process. Usually you get supplies, but you can get other things as well. And these supplies are really important. Supplies and ammo boxes, in fact, for certain mission types. But alas, let's go move on to Port Nairi and talk with Merid. And of course, because he has a boss health bar, well, you can guess what's going to happen.
Did you want something, buddy? What happened to Z4? Nothing special. They all just, well, you know, died. Who cares? They're mortals. They drop like flies whenever anyone sneezes. Can't keep track of them all. Then I also have a question. Don't you think you might be in over your head?
Alright, now we have to fight him as expected. Basically he's defense oriented, but at my level he's not too much of a problem. He's basically a paladin, essentially. But you can dodge out of his telegraphed attacks pretty easily. You can't kill him though, he'll teleport away before that, no matter how hard you try. But yeah, something quite strange is happening here. Maybe he's connected to the supposed traitors or whatnot. It's even funnier that he can block his stun by just using your immunity ability. But he's hiding something of sorts, as you notice by his speech.
Not bad. Not enough to actually stop me.
And he teleported away using that shadow bomb that other thieves have used, so let's go back to Alien Park and talk with the reporter.
Did you get a chance to talk to Marid? Escaped? Slippery bastard, isn't he? But a lousy personality isn't sufficient evidence. It won't be enough for Rihanna. But don't worry. I'll find him and expose him. You're looking at a 3-time winner of the Journalist of the Year award, and I didn't get it for my beautiful eyes. I'll let you know as soon as something comes up. In the meantime, take care of yourself.
Well, yeah, we'll need to talk more with Merid to figure out what's going on, and find him later. Anyways, back in the missions, we completed it, so that should push her up a few more points, and we received gifts. Now, the next part of the Adept system is that you can have certain chapels. Essentially, what makes this important is that each chapel in a different location, which you'll unlock as you complete more quests over time, they'll garner certain status boosts, as long as you upgrade them in a certain fashion. This is really important to personalizing some classes, because, as you know, some classes are more magic, or physical, or ranged oriented, so depending on which stat you need, you'll need to upgrade those chapels. Once I clear out these items, I should be able to show it off here. There it is. Well, provinces, I mean. In each of the provinces, you can create temples. which do the aforementioned things. And the chapels there are each of the stats you can boost. Critical chance, accuracy, temper, endurance, dash activation, and block. Of course, for a melee character, accuracy is the best option, but keep those in mind. And to keep upgrading the temples, you'll need more and more of these different items. Like in the first, you needed holy text, but next you need Oki tablets and even more rarer items. And like Ring of the Founder, which can be more difficult to find. You can either upgrade the temple's rank or the temple's quality. You need the temple's rank needs to be high enough in order to upgrade the temple's quality, and the temple's quality is the one that determines how high quality the chapels can be. And as I said, you'll unlock more and more temple locations as you get by, up to about 8 at the time of this recording. And don't underestimate them, but be careful as they boost your they boost your prestige quite a bit, so you have to be a bit careful so you don't get overgeared, or undergeared, I mean. But for now, as long as you keep them all at rank 1, it's fine. Because as you saw there, it was 50. It was plus 50, so unless you specifically focus on it, you should hold off from the system a little bit. Plus, you can have someone act like a patron, one of your adepts. That means you won't be able to put them on mission. Well, you will be able to use them on missions, but it'll garner more stat boosts. And you can effectively get those stat boosts from those chapels as well. But regardless, always have someone, one of your adepts on a mission, so you can always gain some more items. And we can also do something else. We can also enlighten our adepts. Enlightening adepts, what that mainly does is that, remember there's a certain amount of followers? In order to upgrade your temples, in addition to that, you need to have your order level be high enough. It has to be greater than or equal to that. Like, because our order level is at 1, we can't exactly upgrade our temples any further. So what we need to do, or order's rank, what we need to do is then get more followers. To do that, we can just convert our adepts into basically missionaries, which will garner a certain amount of followers in return, depending on the adepts' skill levels and what level we got them at. I'm getting it backwards, sorry about that. Enlightening basically, instead of just sending them out, which is the missionary system, this will basically upgrade them and boost up their stats, so that they're more exceptional. You can do this repeatedly to make them even better at doing missions. And later on, when you convert them to missionaries, well, they'll garner more followers.
Greetings. There is an urgent matter that I must discuss with you. Please, come see me in the Divine Observatory when you have time.
Like for example here, the accuracy was at this level and now it's boosted, which has boosted my damage potential. And over there are all the people who are willing to become adepts for me. So I will go back and get them. At the beginning you don't need to really convert your adepts into missionaries, but if you want to get more followers, you will have to do that. Especially when you speed up the process, plus you have so many new ones that come into Hall of Greatness, it's a pretty good option. Of course, once you complete all missions, you have to wait until the timer completes, or just pay a certain amount of credits and other stuff in order to refresh them all. And as I said earlier, each mission requires certain items, usually supplies or ammo, so make sure you have them in stock when you do the missions. You can either get them from the follower box, from the shop using some of the premium credits, Argents I mean, or you could just get them from completing missions.
Marcus asked me to tell you this. When this whole story with the Gravedigger started, he and my archaeologists were researching stories of an artifact that should be somewhere around the Isola digs. I'd rather not return there. It has become too dangerous in those lands. That's why we were willing to hand over the information we've collected so far. Perhaps your adepts can finish what we started. They seem to be very experienced.
So yeah, we'll need to send one of our adepts on that mission in order to collect the information. Before we do that, let's recruit all of the potential adepts and fill it up to max. After all, we should be able to do more missions at once. It helps to develop our order and our reputation as well. Just point at them, look at their stats, and recruit. Even if you have excess ones, just recruit them and convert them to followers if necessary. After all, it won't increase your rank, prestige. It'll only do it if you upgrade your temple. So that's nice. Okay, I basically recruited everyone, so now I have 7 adepts. 1 on the mission, 6 in reserve, so let's go send everyone on the different missions that we need. The one that Asterius was referring to was the search for the artifact mission. So let's send someone who's competent enough on this mission. Now, in certain missions you can send more than one adept, and I strongly suggest you do so in order to increase the chance of succeeding. After all, if you fail the mission, you'll either get none or reduced rewards, usually none, if I recall correctly. And the cost it takes in order to speed up the missions depends on the mission's difficulty, as well as the length of time it would have taken. Alright, let's return and do what Marcus asked for and complete the Allods Monastery. Now, this proof can only be found at the end of the Allods Monastery, so you have to complete it all over again. Preferably after you defeat the eel, but before you complete the mission.
Get back to the capital as soon as you can. They caught Laertes. He was brought in under an escort of a dozen gods. Get back to the capital as soon as you can. They caught Laertes. He was brought in under an escort of a dozen gods.
Well, that was an odd repeat, but I guess we have to go back and meet with Iena now. And I apologize for the ever-present showing off of the order system. I'll reduce it in the parts to come, but in this one I just want to show it off so you viewers understand it better. It's really like it's really somewhat like a side system to make you grow more powerful. And you can just speed up with credits and argons, as I mentioned before. But just be careful not to do it too fast so you don't get too high prestige levels.
Do you want to congratulate me? That wasn't my doing. The gravedigger surrendered. It doesn't matter, the deed is done. Flavius is doing whatever is necessary to imprison the gravedigger forever. That's of no importance. The gravedigger has confessed his crimes against Aelion. Whoever he might have been in the past, he must now endure his punishment. I won't allow it. The gravedigger is smart. I'm not letting him corrupt another immortal. The spirit of betrayal is spreading throughout Aelion like a plague. And Lanber is its source. We received a message that the local god Nerion has joined the invaders. It matters little. He will soon answer for his crimes.
Well, yeah, that's true. The spirit of betrayal is covering everyone. We already finished the Lanber forest 2 parts ago.
Talk about it in the capital. Find me in the Lanber forest.
Unbelievable. That is part of Eli's crown. You have no idea what a valuable artifact has been returned to our people. A reminder of past greatness and ancient times. The residents of Kysalia were already grateful to you. But now, you managed to obtain a relic that is extremely important to this city. It has convinced them how much you care about them. Now, they are ready to build a temple in your name.
Well, the people of Kysalia, as well as Asterius, are really happy, so we can now erect a new temple there. And with that, you know what that means. We can now put a new adept in there, as the Argus system and the Master of Orders are telling. So basically, just open up the temple option again, and place one of the adepts in there. And we can boost up another one of our stats as well. Of course, for me, I'll always be boosting accuracy. We'll be getting our third temple as partway through the Nairi Island open world. Once we unlock the mission that goes there, of course. And yeah, we got the central temple in Kysalia.
Attention, there's a new request in the Argus system.
Ovirius is one of my most gifted students, a hard-working young man. He was helping evacuate the refugees when something happened to a ship near the Cybon Plateau. He's a good mechanic. He should have fixed the ship ages ago. I'm worried about him and his passengers. These people have suffered enough. They deserve some peace. Please help Ovirius. I'm asking as a favor.
We'll be doing that in the next part. Let's talk with Marcus now.
Laertes surrendered himself? That must mean he's innocent. Listen, this is a bit weird. I spoke with Laertes some time ago. He wasn't quite himself, but he did remember something. He told me that some strange woman had lured him into a trap. I didn't really think much of it at the time, but Iana's stubbornness is starting to make me suspicious. I think it would be wise to continue our investigation, against Iana's wishes if need be. She's not our boss. Immortals are equals. What was she saying about the local god? Is it the same story with him?
Sorry to intrude, it's just that I've overheard your last question, and it's... you were talking about Nerion, right? Then I'd ask that you let me help. You're such valiant defenders.
Yes, it's him. Of course, go ahead.
Nerion's actions are beneath contempt. He betrayed Elion's residents to wretched invaders just to become more powerful. That's fine. Iana's revenge will come soon. I heard the Gravedigger was recently captured. They both deserve eternal torment. I saw the Gravedigger, and there wasn't a trace of anything human left in him. I'm certain he went to the Reapers of Death in search of power. Those alien creatures have the power to transform the very base nature of a being. You know, I once studied the history of the invasions. I even learned the alien languages. Deep within the Landber catacombs, I managed to eavesdrop on some of the Mantide's conversations. They were talking about some kind of ritual, but at the time, I had no idea what they meant. Now, I'm convinced they were talking about whatever the Mantides used to influence Nerion. There's a reason he started supporting them. It seems many of the refugees from Kiris reported that they saw the Mantide leader in the city. I'm sure she must know something about this hideous ritual. I mean, they speak our language. I'm sure you can probably think of some way to make them talk.
That was a lot of concerning information that we've received right now. So, in the next part, I'll complete the quests that I have and learn more about the motivations behind why Nerion and the Gravedigger defected over to the alien invaders' sides. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!